Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a really quick July favorites video. And I say quick because since I have been on the move and there has been so much going on, I don't really have like a huge favorites list because things have just been pretty basic around here. But I have been wearing a lot of fragrance because I've just been having so much fun testing out my fragrances. And I have a few here that I want to talk about. Some I've talked about a lot, others I want to give an update on. And I do have a little bit of body care as well. I don't have any skincare because my face right now is going through it. Like when I'm done filming, I'm taking off my makeup and I'm just putting on like something that's comforting because my skin is just so mad at me over a product that I'm going to share in today's video as well. That's going to be a miss. So if you are new here and you enjoy fragrance, girly stuff, beauty, self-care, body care, go ahead and subscribe and I would love to see you in my future uploads. This is pretty much all that I talk about, is just all of the girly things. I love anything girly. So if you do as well, we can become besties. So with that said, let's jump into this month's favorites. When I do favorites videos, I kind of want to make sure that you guys understand like what my thought process is, because I don't really like giving favorites or like list of favorite products, like those perfume videos where it's like my top 10 for life. I cannot do that. I have tried to do it, and maybe there are some that I would keep for life, but I am the type of person where I love trying new things. I love switching it up, and I cannot wear a fragrance like over and over and over because I end up getting tired of it. It actually happened to me with a fragrance that I raved about so much. I finished up the bottle right before leaving Puerto Rico. I went through the entire bottle of Ralph Lauren Beyond Romance. I freaking loved that perfume, and right now I'm at the point where I am not gonna get another bottle because I put it on so much that last month before leaving that I actually kind of made myself sick of it. And that's actually a thing. I know that some of you guys can back me up. I will love a fragrance, but if I wear it over and over and over and over, I just need a break from it for a while. So that's kind of what happens to me. So I prefer doing like monthly favorites so that you guys can know like what I'm enjoying at the moment. And sometimes you will see repeats, and those are pretty much the ones that you can tell are like my all-time favorites because they make appearances a lot. That is the reason why I like doing monthly favorite videos, just to let you know what I've been like just hooked on for the past month, and that's why they make it to be a favorite. So before I get started though, I am going to just talk about my skin real quick because I want to know if anyone else uses this product. I have been hearing non-stop raves, like good reviews about this product right here, and I hopped on it and I regret it because I feel like it destroyed my skin. I think there's a reason why, because I've been doing my research and I think there's a reason why it doesn't work out for me. So personally, this is just a me problem, but this is the Advanced Snail Mucin Power Essence. This is like getting raved about so much on TikTok, you guys, and I fell for it. As you can see, I used about that much of it, and I don't know if to give it a second chance because I don't know if this is, I don't know 100% for sure if this is what messed up my skin. But I will say that ever since I started using this, which was before moving in the hotel, this was like pretty much in my skincare routine morning and night because it felt so good going on. I was putting it on at first, like not really paying attention to the whole like damp skin thing. So now I have seen people saying that it's better to put it on with your skin being damp. But there are some people claiming that if you are allergic to dust mites, which I am, I actually had that test done where they put like 45 needles on your arm with different allergens. Allergens, is that how you say it? My English and Spanish are all messed up lately. And the one thing that came out like super allergic was dust mites. I saw on TikTok that if you are allergic to dust mites, there's kind of like a correlation between snail mucin, which that's another thing. And it is the little slime that the snails leave. So just the thought of that makes me like not want to use it. So I gotta try and not think about that. So what this did to my skin was I feel like it clogged my pores. I feel like I got a bunch of breakouts. I have breakout like bumps right here. I got breakouts right here. Like, when do I get breakouts in between my eyes? Like, right, I had 3 of them all in one spot. I had one here, I had one here. I had, my lips were full of bumps, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? Like, I just stopped using it immediately when it started getting really, really bad. I would say like a week after getting here is when I was just like, what is wrong with my skin? I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, either the mirrors in this house or the lighting, my skin is looking horrible. It's still very, very textured. There's a bunch of little bumps everywhere. It was itchy. I was getting like flushed, like red, little like rash looking. It was just bad. I'm kind of honestly just super scared to try it again, just because I don't want to go through that again, because it's starting to get a little bit better. So I just wanted to pop that in here just in case any of you guys use this. You can share your experience with this and let me know and let others know how it went for you. But for me, this is a pass. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I don't know if to keep it and try again when my skin like calms down and see if this was it. So I'm not going to talk about anything else skincare related because my skin right now is in need of like help. Like, I did start a few new products. Let's see if those help me. I will report back to you guys. Now, body care. When I got here, we went to Target, we went shopping for body wash, for, you know, basic things that we weren't gonna bring in our suitcase, even though I did bring a lot of things, but I didn't want to carry a huge like body wash. So you guys, there are just so many brands that I need to try that I didn't have access to. There was so much stuff. Those first days going to Target was just like a kid in a candy store. And I found this, which I had never used before. I didn't even know this existed. I used different scents of this because I do love the strawberry and mint one, I believe. I used that one when my youngest baby was born in the hospital. So it has very, very sentimental, like it brings back a lot of memories because it was the soap that I used right after I gave birth. And I did it on purpose because when I smell that body wash, it just takes me back to those days. But I never saw this coconut, it's pineapple and coconut water one. This for summertime, if you want to smell like a piña colada, which that's kind of like a theme on my channel. I love piña colada, I love pineapple, I love coconut. So I do love Michelle Germain's Sugarful Sunshine is one that reminds me of piña colada. There's so many right now, I can't think of them at the top of my head. But if you wanted to do a routine with like pineapple and coconut, add this to your routine. Yeah, it's definitely like pineapple juice and coconut. So good, so tropical and like summery. And I've just really, really been enjoying like my showers with this. Super great for summertime. And then this, I had no idea that this was new. I needed a Tree Hut scrub because I came without any of them. You guys know it's my #1 scrub. It's like part of my shower routine, at least every other day. And I just picked this one up because it really made me feel kind of like relaxed and it just smelled so good. And I was just thinking that it was part of like an older collection. I didn't know that it's actually like recent. This is the Moonlight Glow Shea Sugar Scrub. You guys, this smells so good, so relaxing, so kind of like aromatic and like perfect for like bedtime. As you can see, I have been using it a lot. And what's crazy is when I go in the shower and I start using this body scrub, it always hits me like every single time. For some reason, I think of Mon Guerlain, like kind of like that lavender in there. This doesn't say that it has lavender. It has adaptogens, magnesium, and amethyst. That's all that it says. But it's just very like perfect for bedtime, perfect for unwinding, perfect for just like a nighttime bath where you want to feel very relaxed. This smells so good. It's just that type of scent, kind of like the sleep line from Bath and Body Works, like the lavender and vanilla, which I love, like the pillow mist and those types of scents to kind of help me relax. This does that in the shower. So this has been a favorite as well. Now let's get into everyone's favorite part, favorite fragrances. There are some that have been just repetitive, so I'm gonna get those out of the way. And unfortunately, of course, discontinued, but I just didn't know that I could love this fragrance more than I already did, and that is Coconut Fizz. I have been in love with Coconut Fizz all over again as if it was the first time that I wore it. I mean, the dent is getting Pretty denty there. You guys, oh my God. Things have been smelling so different. I've been saying it like in previous videos. It's a thing, okay? Like, I know there's people that are like, how is that even possible? Like, how do seasons affect the way something smells? Or it's a thing, because I went from kind of like, I haven't even experienced winter yet here, but I'm pretty sure that I am about to have a blast when it comes to like perfumes and fall time and winter, because it's like different. It smells different. I don't know if everyone is as sensitive. Maybe some people don't pick up on that, but I just feel like it's so different. Like when I first got here, I sat on the floor one morning and I just started like opening my perfumes and sniffing them, and I was picking up different notes. And it's not that they smell totally different, but you kind of pick up on certain things more than others. And Coconut Fizz just smells so amazing, more amazing than what I thought was possible. And another thing, which is a positive thing, is that fragrances here last way longer on me than over there. I feel like over there they just evaporated from my skin and just packed up and left. But here, if I put on Coconut Fizz before bed, I wake up the next morning and I still smell Coconut Fizz on me. And this one wasn't that long lasting on me. This smells so, so good. So this is super coconutty, tropical, refreshing. It's like a bowl of like fruits in like chilled water. It's like the perfect thing to spray on in like during a very hot summer day. Now, I know this is discontinued, but if you go anywhere, sometimes there's like discount fragrance places, or I still mention them because maybe you're out and about and for some reason you see this somewhere, pick it up. If you like coconut, if you love coconut water, because it's not really like that sunscreeny coconut, it's more of like a coconut water, coconut cocktail, coconut drink type of scent, along with like fruity notes in there, a little bit of like a cucumbery touch. Very, very refreshing and just perfect for summertime. I love Coconut Fizz. Next up, another one that I talk about a lot. I'm getting these out of the way before I go into like the ones that I haven't really talked too much about. So Dolce & Gabbana, Dolce Lily. This is another one that I really loved right before leaving, and I continue to love it just as much here. Again, it's just a very flirty, citrusy, girly scent. It's fruity, floral, along with that punch of citrusy touch that it has. Very, very pretty. And I have been wearing this one a lot for bedtime, during the day, to go out. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to say about this one. It just reminds me of Barbados Cherry, which is super like random and unique. But when I spray this, instead of really smelling passion fruit, which is what's in here, I get more of like a Barbados Cherry type of scent. It's like a little tart, but still fruity, sweet, refreshing, girly, flirty. Really, really pretty. This one I've been wearing a lot just for like running errands, which we've been doing a lot of here, and going shopping and all of that. And this is Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume. It's one that the first time that I smelled it here, it was a little cooler that morning. I remember it was like in the 60s and I was downstairs and I was just like, oh, it's kind of like chilly in the morning. So I started smelling my perfumes and it did smell a little different. I was like, oh crap, like I don't know how I feel about that, but it's fine. It still smells amazing when I put it on. And this is just the perfect everyday, anywhere. You're not going to bother anyone. You just smell good, but not in a floral way, not in a fruity gourmand, nothing like that. It's just, wow, that person smells good. But you can't really put your finger on like what it smells like. It just smells like a cloud of goodness. Like it just smells so good, like musky, like not musky. It's more of like a cloudy, misty type of scent to me. Just so, so good. Almost leaning towards like the powdery world, but not quite there yet, because some powdery scents can just be too much and then they end up sometimes getting a little mature or too powdery and dry. This is just like the perfect little bit of like a powdery vibe, but still clean. Oh, it's so good. So I've really been reaching for not a perfume a lot. Moving on up, we have Good Energy from All the Juice. And this one's just a fun mango, fruity, pick it up and spray it on fragrance. You don't have to think too much. It's perfect for summertime. My husband went crazy over this. The day that I put this on, I went down the stairs and he was just like, ooh, you smell really good today. Like he like kept telling me how good I smelled. And it's just a simple, fruity, juicy, let me spray it on, type of fragrance. And it's affordable and it's just like an easy reach. And it's perfect for summertime. And the mango in here is so enjoyable. It's not like a white floral mango where you have the mango, but they always gotta throw in those white florals and make it like sharp, and they kind of mess it up for me. This is mango, but it's a juicy, tart mango. This for summertime, if you love fruity, like tropical fragrances, pick this one up. It's affordable. It smells so good. And this is juicy mango. I know that sometimes we're looking for like a mango fragrance and it's just like you get the mango, but they just add so much to it, or they add too much florals, and it just always messes it up for me. Like, I just want something like this, so this is perfect. It's just juicy, fruity mango. Perfect mango. And it still has like a little bit of like this, I don't know if it's like a muskiness, but it makes it perfect. Like, you still feel like you smell good and feminine and flirty and like pretty. So it's not like those fruits where it's literally fruity and like you don't get anything else. No, it has a little something to it as well. Now, the longevity is not the best, but I love the fragrance, so I don't mind at all. Now, this one, I'm just going to mention it, even though I've had it for like 2 weeks. I've only worn it like 3 times, but I'm loving it, so I have to mention it here on the favorites because it's just so good. It's the Lait de Coco from Le Monde Gourmand. I just featured this one in a haul, and this is such a easy reach, a bedtime fragrance for me, being at home, doing like running errands, and I just want to smell so yummy and delicious because this smells like coconut milk. Like, it's like tonic, it's creamy, it's coconut. There's not much else to say about it. And again, longevity, not the best, but I don't mind reapplying it. I love the smell, and I actually smell it on myself. Like, these, the longevity might not be the longest, but while I'm wearing them, I can smell them. So that makes me happy. If I have to come back in here or throw it in my bag and spray it after 2 hours, I don't mind it. It's just so good. It's like, there's like this creaminess and coziness to it while still being appropriate for summertime as well. It's just coconut cream in a bottle. So yummy. I love this one. And now for my number one favorite. This one totally like caught me off guard. I was not expecting to end up loving this fragrance this much, because when I first got it, I was like, yeah guys, it's all right, like it's good, but it wasn't like you need this or like nothing like that. And I packed it with me because I was like, oh, I haven't tested it enough to be able to give like an update. So I wore it here. I don't know if it's the change in the move. I don't know if it's settled and the peach is coming through way more. But Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes is my baby this summer. This is one of my favorite fragrances at the moment. It's the one that I just keep looking at it. Like, every time that I'm going to pick a fragrance, I kind of want to go for this one. The peach. Oh my God, you guys. This started off more as like a regular Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue flanker. I didn't really find it special, and I was getting more of the woodiness when I first got it. I don't know if you have to let it sit for a little bit for like that juicy peach to come through. But it's coming through, and it saved Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue for me, because I've always thought light blue smelled okay, but I felt like it was a little played out. So many people around me wore it for a long time, and I just didn't find it exciting. And sometimes it would end up smelling like cleaner, like household cleaner. And I'm not one to say that a lot because I do enjoy citrus in my fragrances, but that one will get very like cleaner type of scent. The peach in here takes that away. It gives you a fresh, clean summer fragrance without that cleaner vibe. You have a juicy peach instead. It's so juicy. Like, this is so juicy. It's like peachy. It's great for hot weather. It smells so good. And the days that I have worn this, especially for bedtime, I've been wearing it for bedtime a lot, I smell myself so much, and it just turns into like this sugary sweet peach. It's like a very sweet, juicy peach. along with those woody touches, which I love in fragrances, and it's fresh and it's light. Perfect. I think that this flanker right here, I don't know if it just needed time to sit. That's why I'm learning to just like keep fragrances for a little bit before I really make up my mind about them. This one I love. I love, love, love. The way that it mixes with my skin is just out of this world. So it's a win for me. I love it. It is my #1 favorite for July. So that is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes. So that brings me to the end of my July favorites. I don't have too many things because it's just been craziness around here and I am now finally getting settled. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you love any of these products, how you feel about them, or if you don't like them, totally fine. We can share all opinions on here. And with that said, if you enjoyed today's video, give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ooh la la.